Hello everyone. Now we will start Unit 2, and in this lecture we will go through classification of second order linear partial differential equation. As I already told you, the general form of second order linear partial differential equation is this one. Here look at this: A, B, C, D, E and F, G. All these are the functions of x and y. Clear? Now look at this sentence. We assume that the function u and coefficients are twice continuously differentiable in some domain R square. It means because we are dealing with second order linear partial differential equation, therefore these coefficients must be differentiable, twice differentiable. Clear? And continuous means without any breaking. Clear? Now, how can we classify this second order linear partial differential equation? For this, just recall the second degree equation in conic sections. Look at this: is ax square plus bxy plus cy square plus gx plus ey plus f equal to 0. Now you know that this equation represents a hyperbola if b square minus 4 is ac is greater than 0, parabola if this equal to 0, and ellipse if this is less than 0. Now based on this one, here second order partial differential equations are defined in the same pattern. Clear? So if you look at this equation, this is said to be hyperbolic if b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, parabolic if this equal to 0, and elliptic if this is less than 0. Clear? Now we will go through some example. Look at this first one. Compare this with the standard form. You will get a equal to 1, b equal to 1, c equal to 0, and this b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. Thus this is hyperbolic, and this is, look at the second one, this is parabolic because b square minus 4ac is 0. Last one is elliptic because this b square minus 4ac is less than 0. So this is the first part. How can you classify a second order linear partial differential equation? Clear? Now the second part is the reduction of second order linear partial differential equation into canonical form. I will discuss this in second lecture, but the important thing, the previous calculations which are needed, just I am going here to solve all these things. Clear? Now look at this. If you look at this equation, this, for classification purpose we need only a, b and c. It means all these things are not required. So if we put all these values here in right hand side, then we can write this equation in this form: auxx plus buxy plus cuyy equal to h, where h is a function of x, y, u, ux and uy. Clear? Now suppose we have introduced the transformation xi and eta, so that we can transform xy into new plane xi and eta. So as I already told you, is a Jacobian, and this value must be not equal to 0, and this is the first order derivative. Now look at this. Now u is a function of xi and eta, and xi and eta are functions of x and y. Therefore, whenever you find the derivative of u with respect to x, it means now you have to go through the two variables. One is xi, another is eta. So first you will differentiate u with respect to xi, then xi with respect to x. The second time you will differentiate u with respect to eta, then eta with respect to x. Clear? So this is the first order derivative. Now the important thing is the second order derivative, which I will tell you. And this is very important. You should know how we are going to calculate it, because for the future purpose we will use these derivatives and these values. Clear? So del square u by del x square, how can we write it? We can write it del by del x, del u by del x. Clear? So simply put the value of del u by del x from this expression to here. You will get this del by del x of this expression. Now two values are there, just break it in the first part, the second part. Clear? Now look at this, inside these two functions are there, so we will use the product rule. First derivative of second plus second derivative of first. Now look at this, the first derivative of second. So second derivative of second is del square xi by del x square. It's very simple. Now but if you, when you find the derivative of this del by del x of del u by del xi, you must remember that this del u by del xi will be a function of xi and eta. Clear? So it means if you are going to differentiate it with respect to x, again you have to apply the same procedure. Means first you will differentiate it with respect to xi and xi with respect to x, then you will differentiate it with respect to eta and eta with respect to x. So I have done the same thing here. Look at this. First you will differentiate it with respect to xi and xi with respect to x. Then you will differentiate this term with respect to eta and eta with respect to x. So this is the important thing which you have to understand, how we have calculated the derivative of del u by del xi with respect to x. Because del u by del xi, just look at this again. Del u by del xi, this is a function of xi and eta. You can assume it just like as v. V is a function of zeta and I. So if you are going to differentiate it with respect to x, so you will go through these two variables xi and eta. So first you will differentiate it with respect to xi and xi with respect to x. Second you will differentiate it with respect to eta and eta with respect to x. Clear? Now apply the same procedure for this second one. You will get these values. Clear? And these values are written in this form, and finally you can write it this form. Just go and verify it. Clear? Similarly, just solve uyy in your copy and just verify whether you are getting the same value or not. Clear? So uyy is this one, and similarly you can find uxy, this expression. Clear? So if you put all these things in the initial equation, then you will get the equation in this form: a star b star c star. So where a star is, you will get the value of a star in the form of original a, b and c, where a star equal to this, b star, c star, d star, a star. All these things are for you to verify. Just put these values in the first equation and check whether you are getting a star equal to this or not. Similarly, b star, c star, d star, e star. Clear? Now further you can write this equation in the form of a star u xi xi plus b star u xi eta plus c star u eta eta equal to h star, which is a function of all these xi, eta, u xi and u eta. And this is the transformed equation in the form of xi and eta. Clear? So before moving to classification in different types, hyperbolic, parabolic and elliptic, you must know these calculations. Clear? So just do all these exercises in your copy and try to clear your concept. Once you clear your concept, then we can move forward. So for this lecture, I hope that you got all these concepts, and now if you do calculations, then you will be able to solve all these things. Clear? In the next lecture, we will do classification for different types: parabolic, hyperbolic and elliptic. Clear? Thank you.